Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Parlay Revival. We have just finished a 1,000-mile sail from Tonga to Vanuatu, where we arrived to a very interesting welcome. The Vanuatu customs got told by the Fijian authorities that we looked very suspicious, so they searched us for 2 hours looking for drugs.
Holy shit, they just ripped this boat apart.
What just happened right now? Man, I got search everywhere.
But we eventually got all that behind us, and we are now free to enjoy Vanuatu, starting with an incredible evening with all the local kids. But now, we were ready to step it up a notch.
What's that?
And go climb up a live, lava-spitting volcano.
It just went boom and all this hot magma came out. Everyone just took a step back.
So I'm Colin, and this is the crew of Parlay Revival. From hurricane damaged to broken bulkheads, from getting struck by lightning not once but twice, to being the strongest and fastest Lagoon 450 on the planet. We've already sailed 25,000 miles to get here, and nothing is going to stop us from circumnavigating the globe. So subscribe to follow our journey around this beautiful planet. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things you did. So what are you waiting for?
Alright, we are going up there to climb an active volcano, Mount Yasur. I think that's how you pronounce it. There's literal lava
With liquid hot magma.
spitting out of the inside of this thing. Everything's just bubbling away. We're actually going to go to the beach. We've got some dinner prepared, but we're going to boil some eggs on a boiling hot, what do you call that? Like a geyser? We'll just show you. Let's go. The sand under our feet right now is already getting hot. This place is so active.
Oh my god.
What?
It is hot.
Oh, this water right here is boiling hot. Ah! There we
So
go.
does anyone know when this volcano last erupted, if ever?
2004. That's what I was told by the locals.
Is anyone scared?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, once we're in the moment, I think it's going to be like, holy shit, this can just go at any time.
Only reason that I feel okay about it is that the locals said that they get warning signs before it goes.
Like what?
The birds fly away.
There's
Yeah,
no
but
birds
right
left,
before
is there?
I think we got the last 3 last night. Oh, that is so runny!
How good?
Wait, let's see this. That was raw as. he just poured it into his mouth.
That's the way we eat in Brazil, with like a spoon and salt.
So Pedro might have pulled his egg out a little bit too early. But soon after, a wave came and floated Jamie's egg out to sea.
Your egg!
But remember, this water is boiling hot.
Get your egg!
I can't!
Get your egg,
I
Jamie!
can't! One sec. Yeah, I'm coming this way. That egg.
Pass me the scoop!
Australians.
It's like watching Dumb and Dumber right in front of my eyes. This is Lloyd and Harry right here.
That hurt me.
So this is Donovan. We had met him the day before, and he had offered to take us on the 2.5-hour hike up to the live volcano. We first have to walk up the hill through his village, which was our first experience seeing how the people of Vanuatu live. They are completely self-sustainable and with no actual need for money, and therefore none of them need jobs as we know them. Instead, they all look after their gardens, which are their main source of food, and a few livestock for special occasions. So we continued up the hill, and it wasn't long before our lack of fitness started to take its toll.
Out of breath yet?
Yeah, what'd you put in this bag?
Your sweater and your toilet paper. We all know what happened last time. Jamie and Colin tried to grab coconuts.
I decided that the crew could use some coconut water for hydration. I started to have flashbacks about how badly the last time I scaled a coconut tree ended up for me. We were in the Tuamotu Islands, and Jamie and I had decided to do a 24-hour challenge on a deserted island. It wasn't long before we were super thirsty, so Jamie sent me up a coconut tree to retrieve some nuts, but little did I know, I was getting attacked by fire ants while I was hanging from the tree. I was so focused on getting the coconuts that I didn't actually notice the ants, and I proceeded to have an allergic reaction to all the bites and my face swelled up like a coconut. So I was up and down this tree today in a bit of a hurry.
How was that?
Wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Ooh, that's nice. Wanna try it?
Oh.
It's a good one.
So we continued deep into the Vanuatu jungle. We can smell the volcano, but we know there is a long way to go. Off to the left and the right of the track are where the locals grow their vegetables, and a lot of them do the daily walk out there to collect food for their families. As we get closer, the reality of what we're actually doing starts to sink in. None of us have ever done anything like this before. Donovan knows this track like the back of his hand and gives me a vine that he assures me will handle my weight.
This is getting tough. We're going for a couple of hours now, surely. We're nearly there.
Suddenly, the jungle just opened up.
It's like another planet.
It's like we just landed on the moon.
We will have to walk on the rocks up.
And we found ourselves staring up at the summit of Mount Yasur in all her glory.
So where does the lava go?
The dry, crusted lava made it feel like we were on another planet, but we could hear the volcanic rumblings which we were walking straight towards.
So we're just approaching the volcano, the base of the volcano now. And as soon as we got here, we heard this big poof, and the ground kind of vibrated. I'm excited, but I'd be lying if I say I wasn't a little bit scared right now.
I thought you would walk all the way around.
Oh no, we're going up.
Oh my god, I swear to God, I thought it was a joke. I was convinced it was a joke. It's not.
No.
Wait, how are we gonna get there?
So we started scaling the side of the mountain, unaware of what we would actually see once we got to the top. All we could hear was the thunderous sound of live volcanic action below our feet. This was becoming one of the craziest things we'd ever done.
Nearly there.
Holy shit. Do you see it?
You can hear it. Hear it just going, oh, look at this thing.
We had come at the perfect time because we could witness the magic in daylight, but then as the sun goes down, Mother Nature starts to put on a real show for us.
It just went boom and all this hot magma came out. Everyone just took a step back. Oh. That was so scary.
Is this normal?
I know you've heard me say this before on this channel, but I think this was the wildest thing we've ever witnessed. The eruptions were so powerful that it shocked your whole body, like being at the front row of a heavy metal concert. The smell of sulfur after the eruptions was insanely strong, and the lava was spitting up to eye level with us, which would have been around 100 meters high. All of a sudden we didn't really feel safe anymore, and decided it was time to go home.
Last night was, how do you describe that?
Volcano?
Last night was a volcano.
That was freaking amazing. I wouldn't say that I was scared, but I would say that I had like a feeling in my gut with a very, very high, I don't know, energy. I felt the high energy up there, which not scary, but it's just
Are you scared?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great hike, beautiful hike, amazing experience, but very unsettling. It's one of those places you go to and immediately you're like, hey, I've seen it, I want to leave now. It's the perfect definition of anxiety. It was madness, but spectacular.
I don't know where else in the world you can do something like that. I have never seen anything like that before. On this boat, I just constantly wake up and think about what we did the day before and can't believe that it was actually true. Like, it's the same when we had the great white sharks in Stewart Island, going on the Sail GP boat in Christchurch. Like, it just feels like a dream. And what we did last night feels like a dream. It feels like another planet, another universe. It's just spitting hot magma in front of your eyes. Like, you just imagine the temperatures down there and where that is coming from, and like just geologically what's happening. Incredible. Anyway, hopefully these kids are about to have the same experience, because they've never been on a boat before, and we're going to take them sailing. And I just think it'll knock their socks off. If you've never been on a sailboat before, but you've seen them out there the whole time, it must be pretty eye-opening. And like we said the other day, we want to do this because they were so generous and welcoming to us in their home that we're going to bring them into our home. So let's go get some kids. His name's Linda. Come on up. This one is Linda and that one is Fly. And my name is Pedro. We're going to put the sail up now.
Yeah.
Where's the anchor? Right up the front.
Yeah.
You wanna watch it come up? Can you tell me when you can see it?
First time sailing.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yes. Who's feeling strong? Who's strong? Chief Sam. You do that on this, okay? 2 hands. Spin. See the sail coming out? Okay, now we go the other way.
If you're enjoying seeing the local kids, you have to go back and watch last week's episode, where the children of this village gave us a masterclass on what it means to be good human beings. And they displayed it once again as they all let each other take turns one by one, making sure no one missed out. As a lot of you know, we have done this sort of thing a bunch of times before, but this one hit a little different. These boys were all around 10 years old, and this was their first time ever going on a sailboat. What's also crazy is that all they know is this little bay, so they are completely unaware of just how beautiful their backyard really is. We've experienced this quite a lot in these rural communities, where you say to the locals, "Wow, you live in paradise," and they say, "Really?" All you can do is assure them that this is a pretty special part of our planet right here.
So this is a t-shirt with our YouTube channel. This is a filleting knife for fish. We have a surfboard for you all to use to go surfing. It's for you.
Thank you.
Aw, you're welcome, guys.
First time we sail in a boat. Yeah, that would be great. A lifetime experience.
See you, bro. See you next time, huh? Do some good surfing. That was so cool. They loved it. Such good little human beings. Hopefully they're the same when they're older. We'll come back and visit them.
We've all been looking at these hot pools for a couple days now, and I think it's time to try one. There's so many to choose from. Good?
It's warm, yeah.
It's really warm.
Sometimes it just gets too hot.
There's so much steam that sometimes it literally sounds like a kettle boiling.
Cannot believe places like this exist for free. So nice.
Right, we're leaving. We're going to go to Port Vila. Which is super exciting because my friend Chris, who you might remember from the sailing to the New Zealand episodes, he's my childhood neighbour, and he's been living there for a couple of years working as an engineer. So super excited to see him again. I think he can get some time off as well. So Port Vila, here we come.
As I mentioned last episode, although it's a little bit more of a hassle, as the authorities have to drive an hour and a half to clear you in at your expense, the beauty of checking in at Port Resolution on Tanna Island is that the rest of Vanuatu is all a downwind sail. So you can avoid beating into the wind to sail through the country. But don't be fooled that downwind sailing is always easy. It can also present its fair share of challenges.
Been a pretty tough passage. Got 25 knots out here. We've got just the mainsail up with one reef in it, because we're sailing at about 160 degrees. we're at that really weird angle where we have to kind of commit to either going wing on wing with the headsail or put the headsail away, because it just gets blanketed by the mainsail and just flops the whole time. So at least we're going with this. There's a really short swell period. We're just surfing down one, surfing down the next. But we're nearly there, which is the good news. So this was 130 miles. The way we went, it's probably 150 miles. We'll get that done in under 24 hours, so that's not bad for us. Heading to Port Vila to see my mate Chris. You sure it looks
Yeah, it's it.
local? In the high vis?
He painted himself.
In the high vis?
Yeah, it's definitely him.
Okay, we've made it to Port Vila. And Chris is here in the marina. There's a tiny little marina here. So we're gonna jump in the dinghy and pick him up. And he can show us where to go.
Here he is, got us in trouble already.
Birthday! Birthday in Vanuatu!
Yeah, welcome. What am I?
Welcome!
Welcome home. Good to see you too. So with our local guide directing us into the anchorage, we cruised on into Port Vila, which is on Efate Island and is the capital of Vanuatu. There are about 50,000 people who live here, and every season there are quite a few sailboats passing through. But Vanuatu is right in the cyclone belt, so most cruisers vacate the area before the cyclone season kicks in around November. When coming into a new bay, you obviously have to be aware of how much depth you have below you, but it's also easy to forget to make sure you have enough clearance above you as well.
Just noticed there's a power line up here, and I just looked it up. It's 19 meters tall and we're 22.
We almost took out all of Vanuatu's power for the day.
Morning guys, so we're here in Port Vila and I just went for a routine teeth clean. Haven't been in like 10 years, and he noticed a bit of a hole down the back of my mouth. So he suggested I did an x-ray, and what we found is that one of my wisdom teeth is sideways, but they have said that it's probably best that I remove it. There's a bit of like plaque build-up on the bottom side of it, which is actually inaccessible. It's gonna be like a 2-hour operation, and then I'm gonna be in absolute agony for the next few days or a week, I'm not sure. So I'm just absolutely dreading it, but I got no plans to go back home to New Zealand anytime soon.
I'm glad it's you, not me. I hate dentists. Every time you go there, it's a nightmare.
It's one of those things that's not causing me any grief right now, but it could cause me serious pain down the line. Let's go check out this dentist. I'm so nervous about this. I really have to get that jaw open to get this in. This is Port Vila, by the way. Dinghy dock right here, and you can just cruise right up into town. I haven't actually met the dentist that's going to do it.
Alright.
Nice to meet you.
Alright.
Morning.
Are you in pain at all?
No pain.
You just want to do it because...
It was Joel's recommendation.
Yeah, okay. So, let me have a look.
Put those on. Speaking.
How long are you going to be here?
We were going to leave tomorrow.
Are you? There's no way I'm going to do that if you're going to leave tomorrow.
What are you saying? It's bad?
No, not easy. A lot of risks, but you know, nothing that we haven't done it before.
Yeah. You comfortable doing it?
I am. If I wasn't, I would have.
And you can't do it today?
No, I need time.
We'll have to think about it. Joel was saying you have to drill above it to get...
Above it and around it, yes.
Right.
It's a big job.
So the procedure to get the tooth out involved cutting it in half, then drilling into my jawbone to loosen up the root.
Scary for me.
He then needed to lever and cut the tooth systematically, and possibly breaking away more of the jawbone to be able to get it out. This was because it was sideways and there was such little space between it and my next tooth. But also there is a danger of hitting the nerve under my sideways tooth. He isn't prepared to do the surgery today, so I'd have to wait another 10 days to get it done. Then he wouldn't let me leave for another week after that in case I get nerve damage or an infection. I've got a lot of thinking to do.
The tooth is a lot deeper than he thought, so he wants to have a longer time slot to be able to get it done, and also he wants me to stay for a week to monitor me afterwards. He said it's a major surgery. The nerve is right there is the problem. So I think we're going to go sailing and I'll just come back and get it done, because after this we're going to Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, Philippines. We should just get it done here. So yeah, let's go sailing. Obviously there's a hole there and I can't get a toothbrush in there, and he flicked something out and it stunk really bad. Like I've just got rotting food getting trapped back there. So I really want to get it done, even though my breath is always fresh. Not sure if I get my tooth done here now. It's a major operation, and then he wants me to stay here for a week. Port Vila is not really where you want to be when you're cruising around Vanuatu. You get your supplies here, really good supermarket, a couple of nice bars and restaurants, so you get your fill of that. But then out there is the real beauty of Vanuatu and the people, the tribes, the villages.
As cyclone season was fast approaching, I made the decision to put off the surgery for another occasion and get sailing north. The tooth has been like this my whole life, so I figure another few months should be fine. I'm curious, what would you guys have done, considering I don't have health insurance back home regardless? Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and join us next week as we find a massive super yacht stranded up on a reef.
Incredible. Yeah, crazy. And here we are looking at one right here. 50 meters this thing is. It's hard for me to understand. There's still so many questions.